A Labour donor says rich Brits opposing higher taxes should. A word beginning with F and ending with K, and a second word beginning with O and ending with F. We're going to read into this from the Independent, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from the Independent with the headline that a Labour donor says Brits opposing higher taxes should. Labour donor Dale Vince said there's no way richer Britons will leave the country because of a fairer tax system. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. Finally, someone just telling these rich and wealthy donors to I saw this headline and I was like, I have to cover it, you guys. Come on, I can't not cover a headline that tells filthy, stinking rich millionaires and billionaires in this country who just don't want to pay just a little bit more tax. A little bit more tax that might actually help the poorest in society. You know, just a little bit more tax. And for all those people who in the comments, and especially the ones in the comments who are obviously paid by the billionaires and millionaires to promote protecting the establishment, the wealthy in society, because that's what you're doing, trying to establish, because you don't think higher taxes and paying that those on the millionaires and billionaires shouldn't be paying more. You know, clearly they don't understand that many of these millionaires and billionaires can simply hire tax experts, hire accountants, hire people to look at every single kind of illegal loopholes that they can use to avoid paying more tax in the UK. Yeah, they do, because they can. Because they can do that, because they have the money. And guess what? Someone like myself, who doesn't have a lot of money, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. It's okay for them. It's okay for them when they're sitting on their high mountains. You know, some of them have earned that money. You're right. Yeah, some of them have earned the right to become a millionaire and billionaire. Some of them actually had it inherited too, as well. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, if you believe in equality, then you would agree that the richest in society should pay more tax. And do not come in my comment section telling me that they pay their fair share of tax, because we know that they don't. We know that they don't. And they can pay more tax. And they can afford to pay more tax and still have the luxurious lifestyles that they have, the holidays they have, the golden toilets that they have. They can still have all that stuff. And all we're asking is for a little bit of tax to come out of their pocket. But some of you who have their heads up their own backsides believe that, they will run away if we tax them a little bit more. Do you know what my response would be? Good, let them go. If they want to go. You know, that's what I say. If they can't pay a little bit more tax, let them go. But they're not all going to go up in arms. And by the way, you can't even name, like, give me 5 millionaires and billionaires that have stated here in the UK, that actually live and reside in the UK, that tell me that they're going to leave the UK. Like, give me 5. Give me 5 that have stated. Yeah, not one, give me 5. Yeah, give me 5 names that have publicly stated that I'm going to leave the UK if the Labour Party tax me. Like, this Labour government tries to tax me. Give me 5 names, yeah? Yeah, I dare you give me 5 names. Yeah, and tell me where I can find them, where they've publicly stated it as well. Yeah, you can't just give me a bunch of names without any evidence. Yeah, you got to point me in the directions of where they have publicly stated that they will leave the UK. Yeah, so I'll put that on you as well. But as for Dale Vance here, who is a wealthy, who is a Labour donor himself, and obviously I don't like the system at all. I want to put this out there as well, because this is really, really important before we talk about this piece here. Like, I don't like any donors going towards any political party, especially ones who have donated a lot, and he has donated a lot to the Labour Party, just like Lord Ali, just like the Conservative donors to the Conservative Party, just like those who have donated to Reform. I don't like any of them. I don't like the system. I hate the system. It's not a fair system, and it should change. I've said this many, many times, and That position's not changed just because he's telling rich Brits opposing highest taxes should F off. Doesn't mean to say that the system that that we work under with Labour donors is fair either. So a prominent Labour donor has told wealthy Britons threatening to leave the country over potential tax hikes to F off, claiming they contribute little to the UK if they are only here for low taxes. Dalvince, the green energy tycoon who has previously donated $5 million to Labour, has dismissed arguments that higher taxes will harm UK entrepreneurship, describing the views as profoundly stupid. Instead, Mr. Vince suggested Britain would be better off without those who are prepared to leave if expected to show Chancellor Rachel Reeves' taxes rise in the upcoming budget. If people only live here because they pay less tax, they should F off, said Mr. Vance, the Telegraph reported. This is a brilliant country. There is no way people would live here because of a fairer tax system. The outspoken comments come as the Chancellor gears up for an autumn statement and is expected to include a raft of tax increases aimed at filling what Rachel has called a £14 billion deficit in the economy. Speculation suggests that the higher capital gains tax and inheritance tax reforms are among the options under consideration. Britain's top 100 taxpayers alone contribute $3.9 billion in capital gains and income tax in 2022-2023. With researchers revealed last week indicates that over 6,000 millionaires are expected to leave the UK by the EU. For the EU by this year's end in anticipation of looming tax changes. Okay, oh well. Among those threatening the move is Charles Mullins, founder of Pimlico Plumbers, who put his $12 million London penthouse on the market discussing moving abroad. Okay, bye-bye. Mr. Vince, founder of pioneering energy system from electricity, has also turned on his ire on NIMBYism, in particular those opposing the government's net zero drive by protecting against new infrastructure like electricity pylons and overhead cables. Countryside journalists need to accept that this is a contribution to our national economy, he said, something some aren't used to it. Wealth around 100 million, Mr. Vince has come a long way from his humble beginnings, dropping out of school at 15, spending a decade travelling a Converse ambulance, and ultimately setting up eco-electricity in 1995 with a windmill to power telephones at Glastonbury. Beyond electricity, I can't even say that word, Mr. Vince also founded a lab-grown diamond company, Sky Diamonds, and runs Forest Green Rovers, a vegan football club, continuing to stake his claim as one of the Britain's wealthiest green entrepreneurs. I like this green entrepreneur if he's got all these ideas about, greens and whatnot. It's a nice change, to the oil and fat cats of some others out there. And okay, so we had a few names there in the articles that said they would go. Okay, bye-bye, I would say to them. Now, obviously, some of them, and here's the other thing as well, some of them were probably going to leave anyway because of Brexit anyway. So it's not the end of the world if they do choose to leave. But I would say, does the UK have its problems? Of course it does. We still have many, many challenges facing ahead of us. But if they want to so-called grow the economy, we've got to get people back. They've got to help people get back to work. We've got to help rebuild society, thanks to the 14 years of screw up by the Conservatives. And we've got and the richest in society who've had plenty of tax breaks need to start paying those taxes back. I'm sorry, but you need to pay your taxes back so that we can actually get going again. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, as far as I'm concerned. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of Lord Dale telling those who don't want to pay higher taxes to F off out of the country? Do you agree with him? Do you think those who have a problem, who are the richest and wealthiest in society, who don't want to pay a little bit more tax, should they be told to F off out of the UK? Let me know your thoughts and more down in the comment section below. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button. We really appreciate it. Share this across social media so others are notified of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. Or you can join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.